Hey there class, in today's lesson we're learning how to take this mixed number and change it into an improper fraction, backwards from what we're used to. But it's going to be important that we can show the same amount as only a number over a number without the whole number, so we can operate in things like multiplication and division. If you didn't follow that, then simply today, make sure you know how to change this into this, basically going backwards from what we used to do. So let's learn how to do that right now. Recall that a mixed number means we're mixing together a whole number and a fraction, right? The final number needs to have always the same denominator. We're still going to be counting in sixths, so your final answer always will end up in sixths. Now think about what 3 and 5/6 is telling you. We obviously have 5/6 of whatever we're counting. And then what is this in sixths? Really, 3 wholes in sixths would be 6/6 times 3. We have 3 of these 6/6. We can also show this with addition. 6/6 is one part of the 3. Another 6/6 is another part of the 3. And finally, the last 6/6, if we add all these together, is a way to think of 1, 2, 3. It's the same as all of this. So that's the same as the 3, and we already covered this here, right here, add it all together, and it's going to give us our improper fraction version of the same value, 3 and 5/6. So add 6 to 6 to 6 to 5, and you get, I think, you can check me, 23. And we keep the sixths when we add, right? Denominator stays the same. The quick version, if I have 3 and 5/6, instead of showing all that addition, because some fractions that's going to be a big pain, quick shortcut is take your bottom number, multiply it by your whole number, which gives us 18. Then add that 18 to the numerator you had. Multiply, add, 18 plus 5 is 23. And then always set that on top of what you had before, right? So 23/6 is the same thing. That'll be useful for other types of problems. Example 1 says do 2 and 3/4. So they've got our model here showing what is 2 and 3/4 really. Well, you've got your 3/4, and then you've got 2 4/4, and they don't even show the 4/4 plus 4/4 like we just did. They're starting to move faster than that already. They talk about it right here, but then they jump right to 8/4. So if you need this one more time, 2 and 3/4 is really saying I've got a whole, I've got a whole, add those together, and then I've got that 3/4 that was there, add 4 plus 4 plus 3, and you get 11. You keep your denominator always 11/4, which is what they said the answer is. You can draw a model to show that. Let's see what they used for models. I guess their model is this, what we just showed. This is, I think, showing a model right here. So everything we've been showing for work, if they ask to do that. Or maybe even better would be to draw circles. Yeah, let's do that. When they say to draw a model, for example, like this, maybe we should show 4/4 plus 4/4 plus 3/4. Maybe we should color this in so you can tell what we're talking about. That kind of makes sense? Equals 2 3/4. I'd be okay with that as your model. Okay? Good visual, and you're going to need that for assignments, I'm sure. They talk about the quick method we talked about before, so 5 2/3, you can use your shortcut way and just do 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17, over 3. Bingo. See, they're showing it right here. If you like quick, that's the way to go, but you also need to be able to show a model when they ask for it. Example 3 says, write them both as improper fractions, then multiply them. What's the product? See how this is a lot easier now. When you change 1 2/3 into 5/3, and you change 2 2/5 into 12/5, then you just multiply these two fractions like so. We can do that. Whereas before, you would not have ended up with a good answer. I don't know that 1 times 2 and 2/5 times 2/3 would have come out the way we needed. So this is better. And you get 60/15, and since we don't know how to cancel yet, you do have some simplification to do. It's actually nice and easy. 60 over 15 comes to a whole 4. So the product was 4. For practice, looks like they've got us writing mixed numbers, and then they've got one of these multiply. For letter J, use example 3 to help you. Sorry. Use example 3. So let's do B, E, H, and J. B, E, H, and J, please. Thank you.